All my people, can I get a hello? Hey yo, welcome back to another episode of the Hello Effect Podcast with me, your host Seek, aka Mr. Hello. Hey yo, before I jump into who's my special guest, I just want to, give a shout out to all my supporters, for always liking, sharing, and most importantly, subscribing. Because without you, it's not us, This platform was built for the people, by the people. So if you one of them artists out there that want to be seen and heard, make sure you hit us on a DM or reach us at the Hello Effect Podcast at gmail.com. But without further ado, I'm allow my guest to introduce himself. Like, what's your name, where you from, and what is it that you do?
What's up, everybody? This is Starks. I'm a singer, songwriter from New York City.
All right, so what part of New York City? Let's be clear, because New York City,
That's
come
true.
on. Let's be clear for the people.
I'm a true New Yorker, so I'm gonna give the real rundown. I was born in Harlem.
Okay.
My childhood started in the Bronx, and my teenage years ended in Queens. So, so Bronx. I claim more Harlem, Bronx, Queens, like a true New Yorker.
All right, so you pretty much everywhere then. That's what's up.
Yes.
So you're a Knicks fan then?
Yes. Unfortunately, yes.
And so why, or before we get into the interview, I want to know why. Because you said unfortunately, because you already know the reason, you know what I mean?
Well, just growing up in New York City, in the 90s, the Knicks were the team, We was always the team the closest team to beat the Bulls. And of course, my last name is Starks. That's my...
Now, it makes sense. It makes sense.
And John Starks, even when I played ball, I wore number 3 because of him. So, so...
All right, that's what's up. So let's start early on, growing up in New York. How was it? Did you come from a small or a big family?
I came from the projects, honestly. I grew up in the Bronx, South Bronx, by Brook Ave on the 6th line.
Okay.
Not too far from 3rd Avenue. It was really just me, my grandmother, my aunt, and I went to Catholic school.
Okay.
Went to Catholic school with my parents and shit. So I can curse.
Yeah. We adults on this podcast, respectfully.
I you know what I'm saying? I went to Catholic school,
Okay.
and when I was it's just me and my grandmother, my aunts. I had a big family as far as I got 8 uncles and aunties and stuff, 4 aunts, 4 uncles. So they was around and stuff, and I'm the oldest grand, so I'm like the 9th child.
So you the only child though?
I have a young brother.
Oh,
He about 6 years younger than me, yeah, but But I grew up with them, as the young child, so you know how that goes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So the project you said, so it's safe to say y'all grew up poor and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. But the funny thing is my parents per se were more the family with the money.
Oh, okay.
Because my mom had me young, so she's always had me with my grandmother. But my parents had a co-op and go on the Grand Concourse, living good. But just because my grandma was retired, hands-on,
Okay.
it was just easier to just, stay with her during the week.
All right, that's what's up. So growing up as a kid though, your last name Starks. Let's talk about was you into sports, football, basketball?
All that. I grew up, like I said, I grew up with uncles and cousins. So my first love was, of course, basketball. And getting older, football, boxing. I just love sports. So going to school, sports was a big part of my life until I fell into music. Both my parents sing, just throw it out there. Both my parents sing. So I grew up with music and sports. But I had hoop dreams at 7th, 8th grade. But when I realized I wasn't growing no more, I switched gears to music in 9th grade.
Hold up, was you nice at any of them sports though, respectfully?
I was all right. I played with Gachos for a little minute.
Okay.
I played a little CYO ball, but nothing to brag about. It wasn't like I was getting scouted,
all right.
Had a little handle, street legend. That's
All right,
it.
no, I feel at least you ain't up here capping because a lot of people be lying and shit. And when you do the research, go down that rabbit hole, you already see they was scrubs, you know what I mean?
Not even.
All right, so that's what's up. It seemed like you had a dope, chill childhood, you know what I mean? I always think it's dope when you growing up with family, you know what I mean? Because to me, family is very important to me, you know what I mean? Especially the cousins, the uncles, you know what I mean? I miss those days where we just played cards, you know what I mean? Played on all that shit. So, all right, so let's talk about at what age was you doing music, you said?
Well, that's an interesting question too, because I feel like music chooses you.
Yeah.
So I remember just being young.
Okay.
And just listening to music, just being a fan. And it always hit me a certain way. I couldn't really, describe it. So
what age though? Like you say young. Give us like an age.
Like 8.
Like who was you listening to
Like
at that time?
Like honestly, like SWV,
Oh, all right.
Jodeci.
So that was from your uncles and I mean around that
like
influence and stuff
my
like
aunt
that.
and stuff like that. Like I remember when I first time I heard Weak. Like me and my aunt shared the
yeah.
room, and like she kept that one song on repeat the whole. Like this is where we had tapes.
Yeah.
So she kept the whole song on repeat, on repeat, on repeat. You know, Jodeci, Just Forever My Lady, still one of my favorite songs to this day. I remember the first time I heard it. You know, so yeah, it's like I said, it chose me, but I wasn't really singing. I grew up watching both my parents sing duets with each other, like for Fish Fridays, but I never personally had the courage to sing. I felt like the bug really, really bit me in 7th grade. I think that's the first time I had the courage to open my mouth and sing.
Oh, for real? Like, so what, like, it was a talent show? Like, explain that. Like, how did you, where was you at? Was you in the shower? Like explain.
Now, the funny thing is that I just moved to Queens in 7th grade. And the school I moved to had this kid who actually was in a group with me for a very long time named Ricardo Kroon. And he can sing. Like, he can sing his ass off.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to Rick. We still work together in the whole 9 yards. And I'm like, everybody knew him to be a great singer. And the junior high school I went to had a choir.
Okay.
So he was like the star of the choir, you know. So I remember just playing around like, yo, I can sing. And they're like, no, you can't sing. I opened my mouth and started singing like, oh my God, you can sing. I couldn't sing. I was flat. I was all over the place. But you know, it was the first time I felt the courage enough to sing. And me and him eventually became friends.
Okay.
We formed a group. I was the bass singer. I was doing all the Mike McCary, Boys and Men type stuff. We had a 5-man group called Footsteps. We got a chance to work with Boys and Men, Drew Hill, a lot of great people. And like once that chapter of my life ended, you know, I went more like the production route, writing for people, and I just wanted to just hear my music, my voice behind my music, and that's really what started me from being a solo artist and working on my projects.
All right, so let me just back it up a little bit. So I understand you had the courage, but I feel like we need that validation from like somebody that's close to us, like our loved ones. Who was that person that told you, like, yo, okay, you can sing, but that made you want to really pursue this shit? Because let's be honest, there's a lot of people that got voices, like we were saying off cameras. A lot of people got voices, but there's a lot of people that don't want to be singers or want to try to get a deal. Who was that person that made you realize, like, you know what, I could do that? Was it just you or?
You know, like my dad at the time was so infatuated with his voice. So it kind of outshined me as a singer. You know, even when my dad used to manage us as a group, it was because I felt like, he say it's because I'm his son, but I really felt like because he believed in Rick's vocal abilities. And what happened was that I've always had a deeper voice. So I liked it a lot, like Boys and Men, stuff like I said before. So that's something that I did well. And it got me into high school and like got me far. So I kind of honed in on that.
So that pretty much pushed you, the fact that in the back of your mind, you felt like your father just wanted y'all to pretty much be successful because of the dude Rick, because he loved Rick voice.
Well, the thing was like this. I felt like, me personally, everybody did who met him, I felt like his voice had the potential to be, he had that star quality voice. And we was a group, so think of it like a basketball team. You know, he was the star. He was LeBron James or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't mind being Dennis Rodman.
Oh yeah.
I didn't mind grabbing rebounds because I'm not a selfish person like that. I just wanted to do music. So I never focused on trying to be the star or trying to be out in the spotlight. I didn't mind just being the garbage man, you want to call it like that, with music. You get what I'm saying? So if I'm gonna be completely honest, I think I'm still finding the courage to be an artist. And I'm pretty sure a lot of artists feel that way. Like they still trying to find the courage to be an artist because it's not easy, you know?
Yeah, speak on that, because I feel like a lot of people don't tell that part about it. You know what I mean? That's the whole point. Like, what's stopping you from having full courage though? Like, what's some of the things that you missing as an artist, you feel? If you had those things, you'll have the courage to want to be a full artist.
That's a good question. I mean, I feel like for me personally, I'll speak for myself, I just think it's just knowing that you can do more. You can
Okay.
be better. You know, I don't think as an artist you can ever fully feel like you're complete. You know, it's always a work in progress. I'm pretty sure if you get a chance to talk to any artist like a Beyonce or even Michael Jackson, he still felt like I got more in the tank I gotta work on. You know what I'm saying? I could be better with my dancing, I could be better with my vocals.
Oh, yeah.
I could be better as a writer, you know, as a producer. You know, it's always something you can add to your game, you know?
Yeah. So you good with constructive criticism then?
Oh, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. Because I'm hard on myself.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I have the confidence to know I am good. You know, I have the confidence to know that my music can come up to anybody else's music and can be, you know, compared or not say compared, but the standard is still strong. But I just feel like as an artist and being honest with myself and that I know there's more in the tank. There's more I can do. I can be better. I could work out more. I can sing more. I can pick up another instrument. I can produce more. You know, I could be a stronger writer. You know, anything is.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm happy that, you know what I mean, you know that because
Yeah.
that is true. You know what I mean? You always got to work on your craft, like
Always.
regardless.
Always.
Especially want to be the best. But going back, so it's not one person that you run to, like, because you want them to hear a new song, like, damn, yo, I just wrote this fire. It's not that one person you need validation for. It got to be one person. It got to be one person. Like, damn, I'm about to call my homie. I'm about to call my shorty. I just wrote this hit.
Well, I mean, I always call. I actually got something called the Holy Trinity. So I have a 3-man roster that I have that like I run to and I hear my music, and we don't judge music on particularly taste.
Okay.
It's more about does it sound solid, and I feel like my small community of friends I have, like if they say it's good, I'm good with it.
You want to shout them out, or you want to keep them in the back? Like,
Nah, we gonna be low with them, but trust me, like.
shout out to the mystery men, respectfully. Hello.
You know, but like these are like my people that I go to. Like if I have a new song, I let them hear it, and they give me constructive criticism that I know their ears are musical ears. You know.
Yeah, and that's
like,
a fact. That's
so
what's
like I don't go to the average listener say listen to my song, which I probably should sometimes, but I don't because that now we doing my preference to taste.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I need to know like, is it solid? Like, does it sonically sound good? Is it something sound off with the writing? Is the vocals sound good? Is my harmony sounding good?
Mm-hmm.
And when they say, yo, nah, Cav, it's solid, then I feel like I can give it to the world and they'll let me know what it is.
Oh, that's what's up. So, tell me the time you went to the studio for the first time, because that's a different level. You know what I mean? You in the studio, now you got to pay. You know what I mean?
As a solo artist or in a group?
No, as a solo artist.
The solo artist, okay, so yeah, because I take it back. Funny thing is, the first time I went to the studio, I wasn't even paying.
And lucky you. Shout out to the people that's, I mean, showing love to people crafts and believing in them.
Yeah, honestly, it was an old friend of mine who just wanted me to do backgrounds for one of his songs.
Okay.
So that's the first time I was in the booth. You know, it was like a shabby, like plywood.
Yeah. I mean, as long as they got the job done.
It was
you know
horrible,
what I mean?
man.
Hey.
It was horrible, man. And he just had Pro Tools, and he didn't have no real plugins, and there was no real like nothing on it. And but I was excited. And to be honest with you, the first time I got in the studio, the only thing I was thinking about is I hope I sound good. I hope I don't sound flat. I hope this sounds this. I hope it sounds that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care about nothing. Like even at that time, it was just about making sure that I was work. It was like work. Even that first time was about working on my craft. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like when the one about, y'all need to get this out. Got to make it hit. It was like, nah, I got to make sure I sound good.
So what did you learn though from that experience? You know what I mean? So that's your first time. Like from then to when you finally went back into the studio and you felt like, damn, comfortable. Did he give you like feedback or constructive criticism? Like, nah, you could do this better.
No.
Or you just was there, like, you know what I mean?
No. You know something, and I want to shed light on this. I feel like for any artists who listening to this,
Mm-hmm.
who feel like they don't have people really coming out to support them,
Yeah.
you know, you're not alone.
Speak on that. So
You know, you're not alone. Because I feel like when you first discover your gift, you know, you're blessed if you have people around you that believe in you.
That's a fact. Big
You're
facts.
blessed. That's not always the case. You know, you might have friends that don't see you that way.
Yeah.
You might have family that don't see you that way.
Yeah.
You know, and it's hard because you don't see yourself that way yet. You just know that's something you want to do. You want to try. You know, it's like saying, hey, what you think if I cut my hair off? Like, nah, you can't do that. You're like, nah, I ain't gonna cut my hair.
Let me ask you a question though before I cut you off. But I don't think that's full blown hate, but me personally, I feel like that's like hate tendencies. You know what I mean?
Right.
At the end of the day, I feel like once you love somebody,
Right.
once you're supposed to really love like your friends, your family,
right.
like you gonna rock with what they doing and
Right.
support. It's called showing support.
It is.
A like, a follow, a share, telling somebody about it don't cost you nothing.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Y'all quick to support people that already made it as billionaires. They don't need no more money.
Right.
Help us be billionaires so I can help y'all, because y'all gonna be in my pocket anyway.
Yeah, but sometimes people can't see past their own self.
That's a fact. That's a
And
fact.
if you coming from the same place they coming from, they can't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z said it once. He's like, his uncle said he'll never be big as, I think, LL, one of these artists. He was like, because he couldn't see past that.
They ain't believers. Everybody, I feel like being a believer is a certain gift. To me personally, I feel like it's a gift because everybody don't believe in themselves.
Yeah, I think it's hard. I think it's hard to see people gifts that are right next to you.
Damn.
You know, and I think that some people don't want to get their hopes up and say, "Is he really that good? Can he really do it?" Nah.
See, I feel like that's hate tendencies. If somebody just, damn, is he? Nah, yes, I'm that good. Yes.
Is it hate?
Yes.
Is it hate, or it's just that it's just that they have their own self-doubt that they can't see past themselves?
But why should you put that on me though?
Because
that's what I'm saying. Don't put that on me. You got to deal with self first. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's like I want to see everybody win,
Right.
like regardless, even if I don't know that
Right.
person. That's the reason why I'm doing this platform now. Like,
Right.
like you understand what I'm saying? Like, I enjoy the art of it, and I
Right.
understand. You know what I mean? What it takes, and understand you really had to believe in yourself to do anything, especially if you're gonna be an entrepreneur. Let alone a musician, especially if you've been doing it for X amount of years. Like, you
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
But that makes you a special individual. Because, I mean, as an artist, I mean, I could be honest with you, like, how many people want to really call me and say, hey, come on my podcast?
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? How many people
That's
want to
a
say,
fact.
hey, yo, listen, you got some good music?
That's a fact.
You know, some people don't want to tell you sound good. They say, oh, the mix sound good. Oh, it sound professional. I can hear that. But some people
I'm gonna
just
keep
think
saying that's hate. I ain't calling it hate, but it's hate tendencies. Respect for
Right,
anybody
right,
looking
right.
at it, because it's like, yo, give it a real listen, because you got to remember, Jay-Z was just like you before he was Jay-Z. Right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So give it a listen. You know what I mean? People out here making dope music, yo.
Yeah.
The industry is fucked up right now, so we need a reset. To be honest with you, so.
I think the industry is going through a reset right now.
Okay.
You know, I feel like, let me say this first. I feel like this is the best time ever to probably be an artist.
Speak on that though, so people can understand what you mean.
You know, I remember a time when you couldn't go to the studio.
Mm-hmm.
It was $400 an hour at Quad Studio. You know, trying to find a producer was almost impossible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is why people like Timberlake was charging $100,000 a beat.
Yeah.
You know, just a regular producer was able to get $15K just to produce a song for an upcoming artist on a label. You didn't have Pro Tools. You didn't have YouTube. You didn't even have smartphones to record yourself. You know, you had to do open mics or some type of showcase to get the attention of somebody, hoping someone was there to say, hey, I know an A&R or an A&R was there to bring you to a label and hopefully get a demo deal to hopefully turn into a album deal. You know, now as an artist, if you really feel you have what it takes, you can put the work in yourself. And you have the audience, you can build your own audience from YouTube, from Instagram, from TikTok. You know, you don't, I'll give you a prime example. Not to call nobody out, but I went to a videographer, like, hey, I want to shoot a music video. He told me $1,500. You know, I was like, dang. Right? And he said, oh yeah, but if you want the industry quality, that's gonna be $3,000. I'm like, dang. You know, so I'm like, the first thing I said to myself, like, who's really watching music videos?
Yeah, true.
You know, I mean, it was different when you had the Box and BET and music and MTV and stuff like that, and Midnight Love and stuff, but now everything is short clips on TikTok and Instagram. So before I pay you $3,000 for a music video, I can take my phone, do something funny, throw my song behind it, and there's my video. You know, I could set a tripod up, sit in my living room, make some, you know what I'm saying, give myself a performance, do 2 or 3 of those, and make a visualizer and put it on YouTube and put it on Instagram. So, you know, I think that newer artists are understanding that you don't need all the mystery backing that the industry taught us that we needed back then. You don't need $1 million. You don't need $1,000. You got a phone, you got a vision, you got an idea, you can make it happen.
So they just got to stop being lazy because everything is at their disposal, pretty much, you're saying.
Yeah, and believe in yourself. Because I feel like a lot of times we feel like we need all this to get started, and you don't. You just need to have belief in yourself.
So let me ask you a question. For anybody that's, an artist out there, how do one get a fan base? Because I feel like that's very important. And I'm just speaking out. I've been reaching out to certain artists or whatever, and a lot of them got big heads, and they not even doing nothing. You got to remember, you need people to help you move all that. You know what I mean? You got things at your disposal, TikTok, Instagram. You might even have a friend that could shoot a dope music video for you and edit it. But what's next though? How we gonna get this shit to move? So tell the people, how do you create a fan base?
2 things. One, you need content.
Okay.
You have to put the work in. You need music, you need videos, you need visuals. You need pictures, you need content, you need ideas. You're an artist, you're supposed to be creative, so be creative. You need to have at least, in my opinion, at least a 3 to 6 month rollout of just content. However you want to make it, however you want to do it. You want to make a music video, a visualizer, a lyric video, some interviews and stuff like that, and be consistent. What I see a lot of artists do, some of them, even my friends, is like they'll put a song out, the song be fire, but then it's nothing. You hear about the song for 1 week, then it's nothing.
Then it's just crickets. I think because they feel like ain't nobody supporting them, you know what I mean? But you got to think outside the box. Like, you made a great point. And I say that all the time on the podcast. Right. If you think your family and friends is going to support you, just don't do it, yo, because that shit is not going to happen.
But how you going to feel like you're not getting no buzz when you only promoted it for 2 weeks?
Yeah, that's a fact.
So
what's a good promotion? Like, give them a little bit of your sauce. Don't give them everything, but let them know, like, if you put out a song, like you got a song out right now.
Correct.
How long you going to promote that song for?
No less than 8 weeks.
And break it down. How would you promote that though? Because people seem to get tired of doing shit. You know what I mean? Like, damn, I'm gonna share it. Damn, I only got 2 people liking it. Damn, that's it.
Well, that's what, like, before I even wrote out the first song, the first video, I had 8 weeks worth of promotion already.
So you pretty much got to plan and be strategic.
Absolutely.
When it comes to that.
Absolutely. And the great thing about that is, I'm in the process right now, so this is real time. I'm telling you this stuff.
Oh, exclusive.
So like, as I'm doing it, I'm finding other things that work better.
Okay.
I'm adding more to it. So even though I already have a rollout, I'm adding into it because I'm saying, well, nah, this works better. Okay. Or nah, I see how this is working. And then when you hit that wall, when you're like, dang, I don't feel like posting, I don't know what to post, you already have it out, Like, I did the Apollo one time, and even the TV show, Apollo, a TV show, they don't just record 1 episode a week. They record in 10 episodes, then they release the season. You gotta do the same thing. You gotta record your album, record your season, then release it. You can't record an episode and then release it. You ain't got to fall about behind it.
Now, that's a fact. That's a good way to break it down and think about it like that. But let's talk about, like, far as like putting dollars behind your project. You know what I mean? Because that's the one thing that artists had that roadblock. Like, dang, yo, this time it costs money.
Right. I think I'm gonna drop the biggest gem right now. I'm gonna say this, and because I'm seeing it for myself. I think I'll credit Issa Rae because she was the first person to say this.
Okay.
Too many people worry about working up rather working across. And I think that's the realest thing she said. When I tell you what I mean, I don't have a big following, right? So now I'm looking at people who's up. Yo, I want to work on this podcast, that podcast, but they don't know me. We're not on the same level yet. But someone like you, who I may feel like, yo, we both in the same area. Let's work together. And we both gonna come up.
That's a fact.
Because when you up, I'm up. You be like, yo, I remember I had Stark when I had this many followers. He had this many followers. We go back 10 years. But everybody want to look at who's big. So I don't shout out. I mean, I'm not saying I don't shout them out, but I don't look at bigger artists like Chris Brown and Usher. I'm not even in a arena right now.
Yo, that's a great. Yo.
But there's artists who got 1,500 followers, 2,000 followers, like me, who are good, who looking for that same support. You reach out to them, yo, what's up?
That's a fact.
What you doing? Let's collab.
That's a fact.
I'll post you, you post me. You know, and we gonna let our fan bases build, and then you get that. The next thing you know, you got 10,000 followers, and guess what? The fan base around you who got 10,000 followers, yo, what's up? I got 10,000, you got 10,000. Let's work together, and so on and so forth. So people need to learn how to start working across and stop looking up. Everybody always think they need somebody to put them on. Now you look like with your hands out. Even if you're paying, you looking like you need a favor.
That's a fact.
So you should stop trying to look for favors and look for somebody to help you get on, and worry about working with people who trying to get on with you, because to be honest with you, y'all all in the same class.
That's a fact.
Y'all all in the same room.
That's a fact. Like, I feel like you just got to surround yourself with like-minded people. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's like, because that's one of the reasons I built this platform. This whole based on what you said. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm putting together dope artists, yo, on the platform, and we gonna support each other. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna have strangers supporting each other. Like, you know what I mean? Because we got the same plan. Like, you understand?
Think of it like AAU basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all AAU. We here right now. We all high school play. We the new class.
That's a fact.
I can't be trying to get to LeBron James in the league. You know what I'm saying? He already got his millions. He already got his fan base. He's solidified. You know? I can't even look at the star college player yet. But if you the hottest person in New York City right now, in Manhattan, I'm the hottest ball player in the Bronx. We should know each other. We should be balling together.
Building together. That's what I'm saying. You know? It's about teamwork. Right. You know what I mean?
Who the hottest person in Jersey? Who's the hottest person in DC?
Exactly.
You know, and our area and our level. That's the whole thing. We gotta know. We gotta be conscious. We gotta be. Don't think because you nice, you in a higher level. No, your level is telling you what your level is.
That's a fact. And if we want to break it down, that's like somebody saying that everybody could be bosses. We all could be bosses.
Right.
You know what I mean? You a boss, I'm a boss. You got your team, and that's how that shit's supposed to work. But I don't understand, I mean, the fucking misconception where people like, nah, I can't work under Starks. Yeah. Fuck out of here. Yes, you can. Yeah. We're going to work together so we get to that pot. Tell the people about the time, you thought about giving up, you know what I mean? Because everything ain't peaches and cream, you know what I mean? Like I said, people have things at their disposable, but I feel like all the artists that I interview, the most thing is support, lack of support. So tell us a time where you thought about giving up on this music thing.
All the time.
Why though? Like, give me. It ain't a recurring time. Like, damn, yo, it's the same thing, or is this mad like different things?
I mean, I feel like that's what separate the good from the great, and if you really want it, I feel like most artists feel like giving up all the time, you know. And I think it's the ones who can fight that feeling, that really, you know, go to the next level. Like, I know you say you're an artist. I'm pretty sure you're like, yo, I don't want to do this, but it's that you hear a song, you get inspired. It's like a drug that just keep calling you back.
I always do it though. I always do it. Like,
exactly. So when you say when you want to give up all the time, you know, but something in you it's a higher calling. Like I say, it chooses you. That makes you feel like, yo, I gotta get back in the booth.
But what explain when you say it chooses you, because we skipped over that part.
Right.
How did it choose you though? Like, did you just wake up this singer? Was you in the shower or some shit? You know what I mean?
Nah,
did you hit your knee? You know what I mean? Your funny bone and started singing? Like,
for me personally, I just felt like, how can I put it in words? I feel like I haven't achieved what I need to achieve in life if I don't complete this mission.
That's deep right there.
Like, I feel like that's one thing. It's like if I was to go today and God was looking at me and say, yo, like, and God looked at me and like, did you feel like you accomplished everything you want? But like, no, it's the one thing I didn't do. Like, that'd be the one regret in my life. Like, you know, I feel like I've always wanted to be able to leave something about my music behind, like the greats. You know, like, that's like, to me, I think that's like legendary. It's something bigger than you. You know, like perfect example, they just put out that the highest grossing artist this year is Michael Jackson at $600 million. The highest. He's been dead for over 10 years.
Shout out to
and he's still the highest grossing artist today.
Man, shout out to whoever got his estate, respectfully.
Exactly. And if I could inspire the next generation, say, yo, I remember when I was 12 and I was in my mom's house and she played Starks and I heard the harmonies and I heard his voice and I started singing. Yo, that's what I do it for, honestly.
So you want to be like Biggest though? That's what you're saying. Or it don't matter because everybody definition of success is different. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
But big is only to who you really touching. Mm-hmm. You know, it's some artists right now. Like, for example, one of the biggest artists that touched me is Kenny Terry. No one knows who he is.
Shout out to Kenny Terry. We're going to find out who you is at this episode.
Yeah, and he was the bass singer from Ash Yet, you know? So, like, so the whole thing is you don't know who touches you. You know, I remember one time Stokely was on Tank podcast, and Tank was like, yo, you the reason I started singing. Damn. And I hit him like, yo, me? He like, yo, you made me want to do R&B. You never know who you touching.
Yeah, but independent or major?
As far as what?
Like, as far as your music career. You want to get signed to a major, or you happy just being independent? Because like I said, success is determining how you feel. You might just want to be in 1,000 years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends on, like, I don't feel like even that's your choice. You know, I feel like you have to get your business, because your music's your business. You gotta get your business to a certain place, and then they ask, hey, do you want? Oh fuck, my bad. I thought I had it off. Sorry. Who the hell is this? I don't know who's been hitting me up. My bad.
Now you got it.
My bad, yo. Like I said, I don't even think that that's your choice. I feel like you gotta get your brand to a certain place, and then they come to you. And then now you got to make that choice if it makes sense for you and your brand, because you got to understand that once you become major, you're going to give up something. Ooh. So do you want to give up that leverage, that power that you may have as an independent artist? Because think about it now, it's not on you no more. You got a contract, you got obligations. You know, and you probably get 100% in your PC. Now you're only getting like 30. Damn. It's a bigger 30, but it's only 30. You know, so now you got access to the Met Gala and the Grammys, but do you really want to play in that world? Is that really who you are? Or you're a true artist that won't just be for your fan base? So you got to ask yourself, do you want to be that? So I haven't crossed that bridge yet, so I don't think that far yet. I just try to focus on what I can control right now, and that's just making good music and connecting with people.
But did you get a little bit of it? Because you said you sung with like famous people?
Yeah.
Speak on that, if you don't mind.
Yeah. And
opportunities you had got.
I mean, yeah, like I said, when I was in my group, you know, we got a chance to work with a lot of different people. And at the time, my mindset was totally different about music. I just wanted the deal. To me, it was like making it to the NBA. Yeah. It wasn't even about, I didn't care if they paid me $2 a minute, a song. I just wanted to be on. I wanted to say, yeah, I'm signed to Sony.
Was you young though around that time?
Yeah, I was like 16.
Okay, it makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't think money wasn't my priority. You know, I just wanted to say, yo, I'm signed to a label. You know, I wanted to be a part of that family. You know, it's like a club. Now, because music is different, I don't feel like there's even artist development and labels like that. It's more about, it's more distribution. It's more partnerships. So again, you got to ask yourself, do you want to go that route as an artist? So when you say, do you want to stay independent? Again, I don't think that's on you. I feel like you get asked, and then you got to see if that's where you want to go. Me personally, I'm not even big enough independently yet to even have that voice to say yeah or nay. Because they might give you a check for $100 million and say, yo, listen, you got this contract that's $100 million. We want you still get 10% of what you're doing. And we're going to put X, Y, and Z behind you because we got the sponsorship. Or you can continue to make your little $2 million a year and be happy. Choice is yours.
All right, so you talk about artist development, you know what I mean? It's not there no more. Do you feel like it's still important? Do you feel like they still need it? And if so, where do you find it at?
It's absolutely important.
Okay.
I feel like if it's anything that I feel like the music is missing now, it's artist development. That's the one thing I do feel like it's missing. I feel like now I know people look at them as gatekeepers, and yeah, to a certain degree they were gatekeepers, but they still was keeping some of the integrity of music. You know, now you got anybody who think they can be an artist out now, and it's like, sometimes it's like you need a filter. You know, it's like, I think that's something that music is missing a little bit, is that mystique that I feel like a label gave you. And I feel like that's missing a little bit. Now everybody want to be your friend. Like I heard DDG say something recently, like he said, I don't want to meet my fans because I lose my mystique.
All right, so let the people know, you know what I mean, what you got coming out, you know what I mean, now or in the future. Well,
right now I'm pushing my single Real Love. I'm in the 5th week of pushing the rollout for that single. In August, I'll be dropping my new single called Treat You Right. And I'm rolling out for about 6 weeks as well. I'm gonna have 2 visualizers I'm dropping with that, plus a lyric video. And then after that, I have a 3rd song coming out called Part of You with my homegirl Joe Rivers, which I'm really, really excited about releasing as well. So all in all, you can listen to my my full album on Instagram. Just go to the link in my bio, Starks R&B. Just go to the link in my bio, and all my music is there for download, so you can listen to everything now. But as far as what I'm doing, I'm just releasing every song every 6 weeks just to build that momentum, you know. So whenever you jump on the bus, you jump on the bus. If you jump on it now, you jump on it later, you can catch up, because I'm not. It's not stopping. It's gonna keep going, you know. Because I think that's the most important thing is being consistent. You know, and it'll start taking life form. Like, I'm already seeing people still liking videos I put out week 1 and week 5. So it's letting you know that you got to constantly keep putting out material, constantly be in people's faces.
That's what's up. Once again, I want to thank my special guest, Starks, for pulling up on me.
Thank you.
Hello Effect Podcast. Make sure you follow him, support him. We need more people like y'all to support real artists that's bringing back that real feel. Like, you know what I mean? Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you check out this dope episode. Hello?
Thank you.